Good morning everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Thursday morning here and it's 10 to 12 and I can see looking through the camera that the sunlight coming in the window, because we're in the kitchen of course, the sunlight coming in the window is kind of changing her colour a bit, but when I turn off the light she looks really dark. I'll show you, but it's not very good. So that's with the light off. It's not very good, you can't see much. So let's, I'll put it back on and somehow we have to manage with it like this. So this is the video that I want to tell you about my little Tobiah, who is now for sale, now that the doll show's over and I can concentrate more on her. She's for sale. Now she is the Tobiah sculpt by Laura Lee Eagles. She's a limited edition of the first edition, I think that's right. I have her certificate, I just of course didn't get it ready, but she has her own number. She's got beautiful, I always use glass eyes in my babies, the German ones, and these are grey and they're beautiful. They have a slightly darker ring around the outside, but they're a beautiful grey. She's got long dark eyelashes, I think you'll be able to see those. Hand rooted of course, they're not the applied ones. I haven't used those for many years. Yeah, I prefer to do it myself, providing that the baby's eye shape can accommodate eyelashes. Sometimes they can't, but then often brand new babies don't seem to have eyelashes. They seem to appear a little bit later in their life. Like maybe a week or two, I'm not sure, I've never studied that actually. But because Tobiah is a bigger girl, she's 22.5 inches, she can have eyelashes. She can have as many eyelashes as she wants. So I've told you about her grey eyes. She's got hand-painted eyebrows, and what else can I tell you? I can tell you she's beautiful, but you can see that for yourself. I absolutely loved making her. She's lightly textured. I use a lot of varnish, of matte varnish over the top of the paint. I don't just put one coat of matte varnish on. I put many layers on, and I also heat set it many times to make sure that it's durable. Because of course, we like to change our babies and we like to hold them. So you need the absolute top surface to be durable. So she has a texture. It's not too rough and it's not slippery, it's shiny at all. You can really feel it, but it's not rough. You can feel it. It's just not rough under your fingertips because I'm just stroking her little leg. But of course you can't see that. She's got beautiful sculpting, of course, from Laura Lee Eagles and the cutest expression on this face. And I love both her hands. They're beautifully sculpted. This one is which one is this? This is her left arm, is it? Yes, it's her left arm. The fingers are just lightly curled, so they're not stiff straight and they're not tightly curled. They're just lightly curled, and she can hold your finger. You could put something in that little hand. Let me just show you. No, you can't see that. I'll have to zoom in a bit. Maybe you can see this one. You can see this one's similar, but the thumb is touching the index finger and the tall finger, whatever he's called, tall man I call him. And so they're sort of connected, and then the other two fingers are loose and open. She's got beautiful little palms of her hands. So she has mottling that isn't very, it's not, how can I say, it's subtle, it's definitely there, very easy to see, but it's not very bright because she's a bigger girl, so she, her skin colour is more even. She's got veins, she's got everything, she's got blushing. I gave her a couple of little extra things just because I felt like it. She has a little, let me see if I can, sorry my darling, I'll just move your little arm. There's a little red mark. Can you see that red? Oh, it looks really bright in the camera. Good heavens above. It's certainly not that bright. I just wanted something, to make her special, to make her different, to make her not like other babies. I've given her a little mark on her leg, but I'll show you afterwards because at the moment we're looking at her little face. So that's her adorable profile. I love this little mouth. Isn't that so cute? And you know that I always put 2 magnets behind the mouth now, not always, but I do always now. I didn't used to, but of course it makes the magnet for the dummy holder much tighter, and I prefer that. It doesn't matter what shape mouth they have. If you put double magnets in there, it's twice as strong. So she's got this little yellow dummy. She has got the pink one that I showed you last time, but she's also got this yellow one, which matches this beautiful outfit, which I'll show you in a minute. What else haven't I told you? So she's got, like, her nails are just natural looking. Can you see that? No, you probably can't. Oh, this is frustrating, isn't it? It's frustrating not having like a proper photography studio, because then the colours would be right, the colour will be right. But I hope that, I mean, lots of people know my work, so hopefully you know what I'm telling you is right. Just lightly tipped nails, very natural colour. I put a bit of, it's semi-gloss varnish I prefer to use. It's not too wet looking, otherwise her nails don't look natural. See how she holds my finger? What a sweetheart. There she is, my little Tobiah. Well, she's not so little, is she? This is a size 3 month, and her baby biscotti outfit is a 3 month. But I think equally she'd fit into like a 3 to 6. She probably, I don't know if she would fit into a 0 to 3, because they're a bit smaller than a straight 3, unless it's a bigger make. You know, all of this stuff is so difficult to decide on until you actually look at the outfit. But this is a 3 month, and it's just right on her. What else? Oh, her hair. I can tell you about her hair. It's Delta Dawn mohair. I've rooted it mono root and a little bit of micro root. You know, I have to say micro root because there are some spots where there may have been 2 hairs that have gone in rather than 1. But at the sides, I don't know if you'll be able to see, she has got hair all the way down here. I wet it the other day so that you could see that she's got hair, because it doesn't always show, but it is all mono rooted there, just like a real baby. Sometimes they have no hair there, and it gets thicker at the top. I mean, babies have all sorts of versions, don't they? I find when I'm walking around, I'm always looking at baby's hair, and sometimes I think, oh, that hair's done really well, meaning that hair's rooted really well. And of course, it's a real baby. I mean, how ridiculous. Anyway, I'm not that nutty, honestly I'm not. So yes, it's Delta Dawn. It's thicker on top. She's got a little ducktail at the back, you know, that longer little piece in the middle. I'll show you that in a minute. And it's beautiful. It's in a baby brown, a light baby brown. I find it always looks darker in the clump, you know, that I buy it in, and then when I use it, it's always much lighter than I'm expecting. But it is a baby brown. You can see that, I think, can you? It's got a bit of sunlight on it, of course. She has a magnet in the top of her head. In fact, she has 2, because I put one further back. I'll show you, and then I decided it was too far back. There, that's where I put it the first time. Let me show you. There, that's where it is at the back. So you wouldn't ever need 2, one at the back and one at the front, but she has got 2. I didn't take out the first one, just in case you wanted to have one further back. Yeah, so she has I'll call it a magnet, because you would only use one at a time in her hair, for a hair bow, and I've made a couple of hair bows to go with her. She's got beautifully blushed little cheeks. Let me take this out again so you can see that cute mouth. Isn't that adorable? That expression is just so sweet. She's heavy. She's the heaviest baby I've ever made, because she needs to be able to hold her head up. So I put extra weight inside her body. Her arms and legs, everything move really easily. They're not going to fall off. They're on tight, but they're nice and easy to move, just the way I've done it. And same with her little legs. They just move so easily. You can put them wherever you want. So she can be kicking. Oh, you can't even see that. Oh, I'm so silly. And now the battery is running low. What else can I tell you while she's in this position? Let me zoom out. Let me get a bit more organised so you can see the rest of her. And then I'll put another battery in. And there's the kitchen sink at the back there. Yeah, I'll get another battery in and change her position so you can see more of her. Let's see if we can move that like that. Then you can see her. She's got a little straight leg, so her left leg is straight, this one, and this one has a slight bend, and this is the one now, will I be able to show you? I put the little mark down here on her, sort of on her, what do you call that bit of your leg? It's not her calf muscle because it's at the front, on this shin bone, that's what you'd call it. Oh yes, well done. Shin bone, just on her shin there at the front, a little mark. And she's got beautifully coloured feet. I don't put blue on the bottoms of babies' feet because actually they don't have blue on the bottoms of their feet. Neither do they have them in the centre of their palms. So I don't do that. It never looks natural to me. Now this little, maybe a tiny bit of blue, like an undertone, but not blue, not like a blue blob in the middle. I'm not keen on that look. She's got, she's around her chubby little, you may not be able to see, but around her chubby little crease here on her ankle, I've given a bit of extra blushing, and her little toes are gorgeous and pink, and she's got little white tip toenails. She's just gorgeous. The sculpting is beautiful. Honestly, anybody could make a beautiful job, I think, of this doll, just because the basics are so wonderful. Just gorgeous. I absolutely loved doing her. I really did. So let me just tell you about this little outfit. It's actually a bubble romper. It does up between her legs. There's 3 poppers down here. So it sort of looks like a dress, but it's just a big bubble. It's a white, and it's got hearts on it. It's got light grey, dark grey and yellow hearts, and then there's a little circular, what would you call that, a bodice? No, a circular part around her neck that's white with grey spots, and then she's got a lovely yellow rosette to match on her left shoulder. So that's that little outfit. It's got 3 poppers at the back, around at her neck line, so you can get it off and on. And you can also take it off, by undoing the poppers between her legs. Okay, I'll change the battery because I do have spare batteries, and while I do that I'll give her her dummy so she doesn't cry while I get ready, and I'll just turn her over so you can see the rest of her. Hopefully I'll think of something else that I have, that I need to tell you. Her eyelashes are a shade darker than her hair, which is how most babies have their hair and eyelashes. If you have a good look, you'll see that. Very, very blonde babies perhaps not, or perhaps yes. I mean, that varies a bit too, but mostly they're a bit darker than their own hair. Okay, I will turn off now and come back with her in a different position and using different batteries. Here she is. I've changed her while I was changing the batteries into a gorgeous long-sleeved white. It's just a blouse. It's not a bodysuit. It just ends, wherever it ends. Somewhere here. There it is. Not that you can see my finger, of course. Silly me, I'm sorry. Anyway, it's just a blouse, and it's got a beautiful Peter Pan collar, a big Peter Pan collar on it, that's got tiny rows of ruffles in the same fabric as the blouse is made. Oh, she wants to hide her nose. Okay. How can people see how gorgeous you are if they don't see your face? There you are, my angel. There she is, lying down in her beautiful little play suit. Let me see if I can get that organised for you. Here she is, just to show you the little play suit. I was just cutting a thread actually on it, and I think I cut a weeny hole. I can't see it, but I think the scissors caught it right there. Can't see a hole, but maybe I did. Oh my goodness, because there are threads, loose threads at the top of the buttonhole, and they always annoy me. So I cut them, but I may have cut this. Anyway, it is a gorgeous little play suit in a muslin, sort of a stretch type muslin, in a mauve violet sort of colour. It's sleeveless, because you can see, if I lift the collar up, you can see it's just sleeveless, and it's got 4 white buttons down the front, and it's got loose elastic around the ankles, so it has no feet in it. It's just like a little play suit. So that's to show you what she's wearing, and why don't I flip her over so you can see the back of her little head, because really the head, I guess, is the most important, so long as you know that the limbs are painted beautifully. Oh, she does have a tummy plate. Now that's a point. I should go and get that as well. So she has a tummy plate. I'll go and fetch that, and I'll flip her over so you can see the back of her. There we are. There's the back of her hair. Hope you can see it well enough. I've wetted a little bit just so you could see it better. I never know whether you prefer to see it wet or dry. I think I like it dry, but then it's a bit messy looking, and so just to give you an idea of it, I wet it just slightly. So that's her little hair at the back, and this is her little duck's tail, which is, I really think that's so cute. I love it when the babies have that little bit of extra long hair in the middle. So that's what she's got. It's a bit thicker than the rest and a bit longer, a bit like what she's got on top. Now, I promised to show you the tummy plate, didn't I? So why don't I lie her back down so you're not looking at the back of her head all the time. Come on, my angel. Lie down. There's a good girl. Oh, isn't she so... Every time I look at this face, I melt. Just can't help myself. I just melt. Because she's just so cute. There you are, darling. Should we give her back her bone? What can you see? Let me zoom you in. And move you a little bit too. So you don't really need to see the kitchen sink, do you? Sorry, everybody. There she is. Let's put her little bow on top. Little sweetheart. There you go. There it is. Fix her collar up a bit. There we go. There she is. So there's Tobiah. Let me get her tummy plate to show you. Now, I know that most of us don't really use the tummy plates, but, you know, they come with it, so I think it's good to see it. And it is good if you're taking photographs and you want to set up. They look cute when they just pull their top up a little bit and you just see their bloomers or whatever they're wearing, nappy, underneath. You can just see, I hope you can see. Let me just turn that away. I hope you can see the veining. It's definitely there. I can see it in real life, but I can't see it that well through the camera. So annoying, so frustrating, isn't it? Anyway, she has got a tummy plate that's varnished just like the rest of her body and sits on her very nicely. It won't look too good on top of her outfit, will it? But just to show you it fits her. Alright, my darling, shall we finish there? Hopefully we've said what we needed to say. I'm off this afternoon to do my first school pickup for ages. Because first I was sick for those 4 weeks, and then it was school holidays for 2 weeks, and then my car was full of things for the doll show, and now my car is empty and ready for school pickup, and everybody's back to school now. So that's what I'm off to do. In about 5 minutes I have to go. So there she is. She's got her pink dummy in, which I think is really cute too, and she's all set. So if anybody's interested in her, please just send me an email. I'll leave my email address in the description. Sorry, I'm a bit distracted. I'm just playing with her. She's a little bit like that, just a wee bit distracting. Aren't you gorgeous thing? Hey? Yes, you are, sweet little thing. So I love those grey eyes. I've never had a pair this colour. They're just beautiful. They're really grey. They're absolutely gorgeous. You know how babies have that sort of nondescript colour? This is a bit lighter than that. This is almost like just an absolute grey, a dark grey. They look gorgeous on her. Anyway, I'll leave it at that, everybody. So if you're interested, please just send me an email. And if there's anything I've forgotten, please ask. Just ask anything you want to. She has a beautiful layout, of course, always with my babies. They have lovely clothes. This one may have a tiny hole there, which would be a shame. I'll send it anyway, of course. But hopefully I didn't cut right through. Anyway, yes, so she comes with beautiful clothes. I'm sorry I'm so distracted. I'm just conscious of the time and how long it's taken me to, to show her. Hopefully you've seen her well enough now, and I hope you love her like I do. It was beautiful making her. Really, so much pleasure. Her and Ramsey, the last two I've done, have just been beautiful kits to work on. The vinyl's been heavenly, and everything's just gone just wonderfully. Anyway, everybody, thank you very much for being here. And let me just take out her dum-dum again so you can see that cute little mouth. Isn't that gorgeous? And there you are. There's little Tobiah. 22.5 inches, 6.5 pounds. A big girl, and she can sit up. She holds her little head up. She's very clever. You're a clever sausage, aren't you? Eh? All right, everybody, I'll say goodbye to you. And yes, thank you very much for being here. I appreciate you all so much. I know I say that, but I really mean it. I just always struggle with how to make it meaningful. I hope you understand and know that you all mean something to me. I love your comments, and you're just the kindest subscribers that anybody could have. Thank you so much, everyone. So I'll say goodbye for now, and I'll see you in a couple of days. I might have something nice to show you, not a baby, but just an accessory. Alright everybody, thanks for being here. So until we meet again, take care and be kind to each other. Bye bye.